Coming up in this episode, man, we got to talk about our man, GBush, how he called in the UCSS today and he straight set that bitch off. GBush destroyed Jason Lloyd, Shedeur Sanders' #1 hater, and let Adam the Bull have it as they discussed the trade rumors surrounding around Shedeur Sanders. Also, GBush put to bed all the narratives about Shedeur Sanders wouldn't be able to accept a backup role as he completely shut UCSS down today. And it's all coming up right after this.
What's up, K-Sap? Yeah. James Ford, that's me. Let me talk to him. Let's get it.
I'm simply ball dropping, simply ball dropping. Chopping up these topics, man, I'm simply ball dropping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping.
Hey, let me put you on game. These other podcasts out here talking that shit, but ain't repping the same. It's my bro K-Sap, chopping up topics for your optics. From politics to your top picks. Tune in, you gotta watch this. Exclusive material for your radio, stereo, pumping high definition. Stop what you doing and listen. We smashing all competition. You better jump on this wave. Somebody pass me a mic, man, I got something to say.
And now, your host of the Simply Ball Dropping podcast, the man behind the mic, K-Sap.
Well, guys, man, our man GBush, he set it off today on UCSS. He went absolute crazy on haters Jason Lloyd and Adam the Bull. And everything was surrounded around these trade rumors and these trade talks on Shedeur Sanders. Also, GBush put to bed the narrative about the Shedeur Sanders handle being a backup quarterback. I don't understand where they get this notion that if he's a backup quarterback, that he would act some type of way. Because all the veterans on the Cleveland Browns, they love Shedeur Sanders. They never said that Shedeur Sanders had any character issues or he was a bad teammate, or he mopes and grinds about things. He just goes on through the course of his day with his own business, and he's learning the game at a high level. And what he's doing is just putting in the work, continuing to stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. But we've heard all the high praises from his head coach, Todd Monken, and the general manager, Andrew Berry. A lot of people don't care for Andrew Berry, and a lot of people didn't really want to see Todd Monken take over that head coaching position for the Cleveland Browns. And it's come to a point where some things got to stop. And GBush always represents Shedeur Sanders in the utmost fashion, with nothing but respect, nothing but facts. And he gives the people what they want, not what they need. Because the simple fact is, you got all these narratives that are floating around about Shedeur Sanders. You got all the things that coming into the draft, when, you know, he was positioned to go in the first and second round and he fell to the 5th round. A lot of things was going on behind the scenes on social media, and it was nothing but negative things about Shedeur Sanders. So now when you got this new media, this new Cleveland standing up for Shedeur, we got to be Shedeurians. Because we're just giving you the facts about nephew. We've seen what he did at Jackson State, brought that program upward. We've seen what he did at Colorado, turned that program around, along with his father, primetime Deion Sanders. Now, when you got people out there advocating for him and standing up for him and not letting these other people disrespect him, it's a problem. But I'm glad that GBush had to do it once again, had to put on a cooking lesson, and he had to go straight ham on Jason Lloyd and Adam the Bull. I want you guys to sit and listen to how he didn't appear on the show. He called in and he let him have it. Take a listen.
What do you make of all the hoopla surrounding Shedeur Sanders and possible trade calls for the Browns' second-year quarterback?
Well, I don't really quite understand it because, from everything that we keep talking about, Todd Monken has been on record saying that he likes what Shedeur Sanders has done at camp. Andrew Berry's been on record saying that he likes his progression. He even actually went ahead and said he's a naturally a passer when it comes to his accuracy. He's a naturally accurate passer. His quarterback coach has said, hey, man, listen, he's come miles and it's day and night. People talked about the gap that closed between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders from the first OTAs to the end, and then actually making this thing a competition by Todd Monken saying, I want to see him in pads. So to me, I don't know exactly where it comes from, but sometimes people say they want competition, and it seems like they run it away from competition. It does you no good. Why would you trade Shedeur Sanders and you've already invested this time, energy, and effort into it? Why would you get to the camp? Why would you get to the competition and say, oh, nothing here to see. No competition. We'll just give the job to somebody else. I'm like, no. Todd Monken said, look, earlier this year, he said, look, we're going to let everybody take the test. I'm not going to crown the valedictorian in high school, but I find out 3 weeks later,
Get him, bud.
well, actually, the valedictorian is the only person that got a chance to take the test. We don't know actually how smart she is compared to the rest of her class. So for me, I look at it like this. It's a great opportunity for those who really want competition. We all for it because may the best man win.
I don't think anyone is saying trade him now. Because first of all, I don't think there's any market for him. I think it's if he loses the job, do you want him as the backup? That's what Fowler was saying. That's what Mary Kay was saying.
What would be the problem with him being a backup?
Everything that went on last year, do you really want to relive that?
Well, that doesn't really have anything to do with him. That has to do with the noise surrounding him.
But it absolutely has to do with the locker room. It's 100% has to do with the locker room.
Most people in the locker room, if you go ask his teammates, Tyson Campbell says highly great things about him. Denzel Boston, the young guys love him. I haven't heard one teammate yet come out and say, oh, Shedeur was a distraction last year. As a matter of fact, I just keep hearing his teammates continue to say how much of a professional he's been, how much he continues to just go in and work. And all Todd Monken says is Shedeur's a worker. He comes in and he works. Now, I think one of the things that people get misconstrued is there's a lot of action on the internet. Yeah, so Shedeur is going to be the lightning rod off the field. So when you say Shedeur Sanders, it's going to be people on the left, people on the right, and they get contentious in them comment sections. But I think them comment sections ain't got nothing to do with Todd Monken. Todd Monken looks like he's ready for the comment sections. As a matter of fact, he done provided a lot of nice little quotes and different things like that. I think we get two things conflicted. We get what is Shedeur Sanders in the building, to his coaches, to his teammates, to the people in the organization, and the things that surround Shedeur Sanders in the words and comments outside of the building in the internet spectrum, which can get a little back and forth.
When is the last time that a coach or teammate came out and said he's a problem, I don't like that guy? On any player in the moment.
Brandon Ayuk is taking an L right now.
Got him.
And is he?
Have you seen?
And is he on the team? Is he going to be on the team?
Well, listen, he's trying to force his way off there.
I'm just saying, people in the moment aren't going to rock the boat. There's no point.
I don't know. I mean, the whole conversation is crazy. All this talk about trades, first of all, I don't know that he has any trade value right now.
None of their quarterbacks have trade value.
They
Zach, do any of their quarterbacks have trade value?
No, I think we're talking about two different things here, right? When the thought of facilitating a trade or how this will go. I mean, the Browns might completely think differently of Shedeur Sanders, or he might be in a different place 6 weeks from now, 8 weeks from now than he is right now. And we don't know. And the team is optimistic about his chances.
Man, did you hear exactly how GBush, our man from the barbershop, straight went crazy on hater Jason Lloyd and Adam Bull. Man, Jason Lloyd tried to throw some things in there, some caveats, and GBush was 10 toes down. He said, when have you heard of a coach or a player come out in a moment and say anything about a teammate? GBush responded, Brandon Ayuk is catching a L right now, which is actual factual. Bush is crafty. He keeps his receipts. He knows what's going on. See, the problem is these guys on UCSS don't know what's going on. And GBush is head and shoulders above the game. And that's why GBush do what GBush do. He completely shut UCSS down. And he didn't even have to show up. All he had to do was click the link and pop up and let them have it. Even when he first came onto the show, you go back and watch it. He said, what's wrong with y'all's energy, man? Y'all, it's a funeral or something? Come on, man, liven up. GBush got it cracking. And that's what GBush do. And I'm here to tell you, boy, GBush shut it down. This ain't the first time. And this won't be the last time. Because when they start talking greasy, GBush gets them up out of there. Y'all get down in the comments section.
I see everyone in the comment section. Hashtag salute. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you will know every time I drop a hot banger. Oh yeah, just in case I forgot, tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And that will wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host, the man behind the mic, K-Sap. Catch you on the next one. Deuces.